my name's Rachel. I'm 19 and I am from Northern Ireland. I'm just going to talk about like the schooling system that we have in Northern Ireland. So basically, you start off and you go into primary school, and that's from age 4 all the way up to 11. So you have 7 years, and basically, the school I went to a school first that was for P1 is called Primary 1 and then all the way up to P7, but I went to one that was P1 to P3 and then we moved into a bigger school that was for P4 to P7, and then when you get to P7 they're trying to scrap this, but it's called the 11 plus, and that's like a test, and you do that and get grades between, it goes A, B1, B2, C1, C2 and D, and then you apply to schools for, it's just called either grammar school, which is, these are schools, I think it's just the same as your high school. So you get grammar schools, which you normally take like grades that are A, B1 or B2 maybe, and then you get secondary schools, which would take children that have got grades C1, C2 and D. So I went to a grammar school and it was an all-girls school. I know, I'm not sure if this is true, but I know a lot of your all-girls schools would be private schools. But for us, like, there's loads of all-girls or all-boys schools that are just state schools. So I went to a state school that was all girls, and we had a uniform, and it was bottle green. And in fairness, like, it wasn't that bad because everyone wears uniform. Like, you wear uniform. Primary school, you wear uniform. Grammar school, like all schools, you have uniforms, so it's kind of normal, and it's good because you just wake up and throw it on, and it doesn't matter because everyone looks the same. So I didn't really mind it so much. They're quite, I think we have quite formal uniforms, like blazers and proper ties and everything, and they're quite strict about you have to wear it properly. So when I went to a grammar school. In Northern Ireland, it's quite, I don't know if it's the same in America, but we have like Protestant Catholic schools, and it's very, you go to Catholic primary school or you go to a Protestant primary school, and then you go to either Catholic secondary or grammar school or Protestant, and it's very like, well, you can tell by the area what side of the city is on what school you go to, or even by the name or whatever. And then, so when you get to high school, we call it grammar school or secondary school, it's called, the years are called like first form, second form, all the way up. So it's 7 years. For some reason, we don't call it like it goes first form, second form, third form, fourth form, fifth form, and then lower sixth and upper sixth, instead of sixth and seventh form, but lower sixth and upper sixth. And you would do exams. The first like proper exams you do are called GCSEs, and you do those you start studying for them in 4th year, and then you do the exams in 5th year. And you do about 10 subjects maybe, and there's a few subjects that you have to do that are like maths, science, a language. You have to do those. Religious education was one of the ones that we had to do in our school, and so you do 10 subjects then, and then the grades are done by like A star, A, B, C, D, all the way down to, I think you can get a U, which is ungraded, but I don't know anyone who got a U. I think that's just if you don't write anything on the paper, you'll get a U, but that's how they grade it for that. And then your school can then take you, our school was very relaxed about it, and generally you didn't have to, if you passed a few of them, you got back in for your lower sixth and upper sixth. I know some schools are more strict, but you generally then move into lower sixth and upper sixth, where you do your A levels, which are again over 2 years. So you would then cut down to only, I did 3 A levels, so you cut down to really specialists. So I did history, government and politics, and religious studies. And I know in America you don't really do you do religious studies? I don't know if there's like separation, but we do. Well, you can do it anyway. So I did that for A levels, and those are the grades that you do them over 2 years, and then that's what you would use for applying to university. I don't know if you want to me to talk about applying for university, but I will.